Hi everyone, hope you are all doing well and welcome back to another video on New World. Little bit of a different one today we've got going, as I bumped into this sort of cool little XP grinding zone, I guess. Well, I say I bumped into it, I saw another player doing it while I was up here running a faction quest and I thought, well hell, let's give it a go, and well, I'm actually pretty pleased I did, as I'm finding the XP rewards from it are actually really quite decent. The basic premise is that you can do sort of like a full lap of this pirate camp, and it will pretty much cause all the enemies in the camp to aggro onto you. The key being that they're going to chase you, but because of the sort of the layout of the camp, they don't go into the retreating state, so they will stay following you. You can then sort of lead that group out one of the camp's exit, and then basically turn on them, and they're going to be as a huge group. And ideally, you're going to want either a group of your own, or at least an AoE weapon, in which you can sort of, something like the Ice Gauntlet, which you can then turn and sort of basically kill them all as one mass. The idea being you're going to be getting a lot of experience for killing the sheer numbers of 20 or 30 pirates at once, and that's where this technique comes from. Now you can kind of do this solo, it's just can be a little bit difficult. I'm struggling a little bit at 45, it's just the numbers of them. And it also depends a little bit on what kind of weapons you're using. I say I've specifically pulled out the Ice Gauntlet just for this because it's so much more effective. I was doing it initially with the spear and you can kind of get away with it, but you get stunned and staggered so much, and the AoE isn't there to be able to deal with quite that many enemies at once. And the Ice Gauntlet comes into its own from that, and actually things like the Whirlwind actually scale off the number of enemies inside the Whirlwind, so it makes it kind of like doubly effective. So yeah, absolutely perfect for this sort of thing. And if you've ever thought about leveling Ice Gauntlet, the amount of weapon XP you're going to be getting from doing this sort of run is fantastic. Do this for an hour or two and you'll find that your weapon XP really gets up. So the actual route around the pirate camp, as you can see, basically you're trying to drag as much stuff as you can. That's why I'm kind of going in, cutting through the centre to do a route round there to pick up as much stuff as I can. That final little staircase when you get off the top of the centre is a little bit sketchy. It can go a little bit wrong sometimes there. I have once or twice got stuck there, and you know, of course, 30 monsters catch up behind you, and it goes wrong pretty quickly. But still a really effective way, and as long as you can clear that staircase, you're fine. And then you're pulling those sort of 30 monsters at once, getting that really high amount of XP. Generally, you should be hoping to get sort of 1,000 to 1,500 experience per run. It will, of course, vary slightly if you're doing it solo or in a group. You'll get obviously slightly less if you're doing this in a group, but it can make it quite a bit easier because it is quite a tough one to deal with them all solo, or at least it takes some getting used to. As I said, the weapon XP is really good, and actually some of the drops are okay as well, just because of the sheer numbers of stuff you're killing. Anything blue, take it back, chuck it on the market, 50 gold, 100 gold, something like that. You won't sell it all, but you'll probably sell a chunk of it. Oh, nearly got caught on the step. That's the most dodgy bit for me. But all in all, it works as a really effective levelling system. Particularly sort of when you're around this sort of mid-tier of level 40s, because you're going to be getting the maximum number of experience from it. As you can see, the Ice Gauntlet just perfect here. The damage numbers flashing up so quickly you can barely even keep track of it. Now on top of this, the respawn time for this point of interest is literally like a minute. So by the time you get out, kill everything, pick up everything off the floor, it's like 20 seconds, and then you can pretty much just go again straight away. And that's what makes this really a very powerful leveling method. And I think you should be able to use this to get leveled up really rather quickly. Kind of curious if anyone else has actually been using this as a leveling method. If you have, do let me know in the comments down below. I'm kind of curious. I saw a few other people here when I first came here, so I wonder if it's sort of a wide sort of known method that I've only just bumped into, or it's something I've kind of that not very many people know about. So I'll be kind of curious about that, so do let me know in the comments. But anyway, we'll end the video there. Hopefully this has been helpful, kind of a little bit of a different way to leveling to the usual sort of questing stuff that most people normally recommend. So yeah, hopefully it's been enjoyable. Thanks for watching, guys. Lots more New World content on the way, and I shall see you guys all on the next one.